Hi, and welcome to a short video on one of my very favourite health and wellness tips, and this is including blueberries in your diet. Some of you are familiar with the concept of the anti-inflammatory diet, which is a diet which has really been, I suppose, promoted by Dr. Andrew Weil, and looks at the components of both the Mediterranean and the Asian diet, which we know are associated with longevity. And as you can see, the blueberry features on the anti-inflammatory diet as an important component of the diet. But the question is, what's so special about blueberries? Well, we know that blueberries are very rich in resveratrol and anthocyanins. And overall, these components, which would be components of phytonutrients, have the following benefits. They're beneficial in terms of cancer, healthy aging, diabetes, inflammation, and brain protection. But let's look quite specifically at what blueberries can do. We know from one particular study in nurses that including blueberries in the diet can delay brain aging by over 2.5 years. Now that's pretty phenomenal. Another study shows that including blueberries in the diet can prevent cancer, and some early data is showing that it specifically prevents colon cancer, and that even people with colon cancer, if they take blueberries in their diet, the blueberries can actually reduce the tumor size when people go for surgery. So that once they're diagnosed with cancer, they take blueberries, and that when they subsequently go for surgical resection, the tumor size has been noted to be smaller. Now, these are plenty of good reasons to me to include blueberries in the diet. But there's something else that I think is quite intriguing. And anytime I find a recommendation that comes from more than one healing system, I particularly pay attention. So, interestingly enough, blueberries also feature in a very interesting and amazing Hawaiian form of healing known as Ho'oponopono. In Ho'oponopono, the healing really takes place at the level of the healer, not at the level of the patient. So when the healer meets somebody, they try and heal internally in themselves that which they are seeing reflected through the patient. And so the healer is not fixing the patient, they're fixing themselves. And they do that by trying to clean and return to zero their own subconscious patterns. Now, it's a fascinating subject and is worthy of hours and hours of lecturing in itself. But what I know about Ho'oponopono is it's about the healer trying to clear their own subconscious memory of what's known as data or recordings so that they can see more clearly. And yes, you guessed it, it's recommended that people who want to practice Ho'oponopono include blueberries in their diet, because blueberries are felt to be really good at cleansing the subconscious and returning the subconscious to a whiteboard or a clear memory so that true inspiration and true connection with source as such can occur. Much of what's spoken about Ho'opono is that you don't even necessarily need to understand it. You just need to practice it. And what's interesting is that regular consumption of blueberries features in Ho'oponopono. And so I think we're seeing plenty of data and emerging data from across a number of disciplines showing that including blueberries in the diet would be really, really important. There are a number of ways of doing this, and one of my favorite ways and easy ways of doing it is taking my water bottle and just popping some blueberries into the water bottle and allowing the blueberries to infuse their energy and amazing nutrients into the water. And so this is a short indie doctor presentation with definitely one of my favorite and certainly easiest health tips.